there's two avenues that you can go. And I understand both of them at this point. Avenue one is Russell Wilson's cooked. Russell Wilson is trash. The Russell Wilson that we saw, at his prime in Seattle is not there anymore. It's his second, like, how a boxer, right? A boxer usually has a signature move. Or it's like maybe a 1-2 punch. What's their second go-to? What is their move? Like, for instance, Floyd Mayweather, his move was, of course, the defense. Like, you're not touching Floyd Mayweather. But he also had a clean right hook. Like, that was his second move, That was the move, like, oh, shoot, he can catch someone with that. Russell Wilson's second move, you can say, was his deep ball. And what we've seen this year is his deep ball has been god-awful. Now, his deep ball has not been as bad as his red zone complete. I think he's like 2 for 18 or something in the red zone. That is crazy. But the thing that we praised Russell Wilson for, the thing that he did better than most, if not every quarterback in the league, which was throwing a beautiful deep ball, he has not done this year. At least good. Last year, or Thursday Night Football, man, he kept overthrowing people. Like, I don't understand. He kept overthrowing. Like, he kept throwing them to a position instead of throwing it to them. I understand the train of thought and the people that say that Russell Wilson's cooked. I get it. He has not been the Russell Wilson that we thought he was going to be going into this year. The Russell Wilson that we're used to. I get it. The whole stupid "let's ride" thing that he said he said Broncos country, let's ride after the end of the press conference. Oh my gosh, he's just not there. Oh, it's been bad for Russell Wilson, man. So I understand, you going on that train of thought. I get that, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. I'm just saying I get it. Russell Wilson has been trash this Broncos offense has been, which by the way was supposed to be the strongest unit going into the year, has been garbage, like absolutely garbage. You lost to a team that, yes, they did lose to yes, they did beat the Chiefs, but it was more the Chiefs losing than them winning. So I get that train of thought. Then I also understand the train of thought in people that say, well, let's look at the factors that Russell Wilson has been dealing with. One thing that is true is, yes, Russell Wilson has not been playing well. That's not debatable. He's been overthrowing a lot of players. He's been underthrowing a lot of players. He's thrown more interceptions these 5 games, and he's thrown, I think, all of last year, I believe. It was bad. It's been bad. So I get that. But let's look at what's actually been. Let's look at what's occurred so far. You go to a team in the Denver Broncos, new team, new system, new head coach, new coaching staff, Nathaniel Hackett and his staff, and you don't get any reps in the preseason, like none. And one of the hardest positions, if not the hardest, to integrate is quarterback. Hell, look at Cam Newton. Every single time he has to go into a team mid-season, he may have a good game or two, but then he just falls off a cliff. Now, yes, Russell Wilson is better than Cam Newton. I'm not debating that, but let's look at when Tom Brady got to Tampa Bay his first few games. They didn't look good at all. Yeah, he was racking up the passing yards, but they didn't look good at all. It took a few games for them to get acclimated. Tom Brady to get acclimated with his teammates, to get acclimated with Bruce Arians, and then boom, they took off. Super Bowl. Same thing with the Broncos when Peyton Manning went. The first few games, it was terrible. But what is the difference between the Tom Brady situation and the Tom Brady situation, the Peyton Manning situation, and what we're seeing with Russell Wilson? The coach. There's no question that Bruce Arians is a bad coach or was a good coach or not. We knew he was a good coach. We knew, even though he didn't really win a Super Bowl, like, we knew he was good. I'm not even going to say the jury is out. Nathaniel Hackett, to me, is not a coach. Now, no, I'm not putting this all on Nathaniel Hackett because, and I'm not going to absolve Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson needs to play better. And he even said it before the whole Broncos country let's ride. He needs to play better. But on top of that, you're dealing with a coach that doesn't understand how to scheme, doesn't understand clock management, doesn't understand time. Here's another thing. And I'm talking directly to you, Russell Wilson. I know you're not listening, but I'm talking directly to you. You are a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You are worth $250 million. You are able to audible out of a play if you don't feel the play is going to work, or you don't feel the play is the best play to run in that situation. That's why you saw Richard Sherman go crazy damn near at the press conference, or at the end of the game, because run the ball. You're not trying to get a touchdown in that situation. You're trying to get a yard. And shouts out to Melvin Gordon. I've been highlighting his fumble history for a minute now. He didn't fumble the ball. Well, yeah, he didn't fumble the ball. But, bro, Russell Wilson, you can audible out of a play. You can call a different play. Again, you're not trying to score a touchdown right there. You're just trying to get 1 yard. Why are you throwing? Not to mention the fact that you missed a wide open handler. I get it. You don't want to ruffle any feathers. You don't want to, I get it. But, bro, that's costing you a game. That, I would think, something that costs you a Super Bowl, you wouldn't let that happen again. And lo and behold, Russell Wilson, you let it happen again. Which is why, again, you saw Richard Sherman damn near go crazy after the game. Had PTSD and everything. Run the damn ball. Again, I was wrong about Russell Wilson as far as I thought he was going to be MVP talks. I thought that this Broncos team, even though I knew the offensive line wasn't the best, I thought they were going to get off to a hot start. I was wrong.